Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited to share with you this video because I got so many requests and comments and emails, phone calls to make video on this topic. This is one of the very much like a hot topic. What the topic is, what are the details, I'll share everything with you. Before that, I request you to kindly subscribe to the channel and please like the video, share it with your family and friends. So without further delay, let's look into the topic. So today's topic is Spousal Open Work Permit. It is one of the very important topics. Why it is important, I'll share with you. Because this is so important that I cannot complete everything in one part, I have to break it down in different parts. So today's video is only part 1. So now let us look at why this is so popular, why this is so important, why I got so many requests on this topic, why are people after this particular program. Let us see. So why is SOWP so popular? Spousal Open Work Permit. So popular reason, the benefits which are there. The benefits are, of course, the benefit is husband and wife can stay together under one roof. There is no need of any long distance relationship. Then there is that one person can earn and another person can study. But other than this, look at the benefits now. The first benefit is that no IELTS is required. You don't have to take IELTS exam or any other kind of language exam. No language exam required. So no ECA required, no education credential assessment required, no degree required. If you have not done your graduation, still okay, no issues. So no job offer required. The benefits are so much that I cannot fit in one slide. So I have to use another slide for this. Now, SOWP is so popular with the benefits. Continuing with the benefits, no LMIA needed, labor market impact assessment, that is not required. No work experience needed. You can come to Canada and then search for a job. You can work for any employer, it's open, right? And then you can work full time in Canada, unlike students who are allowed only 20 hours per week. Plus, no proof of funds required. The person who is coming from home country, he doesn't have to give any kind of account statements. Only the person who is in Canada, the spouse who is studying in Canada needs to provide the documentary proof of finances. But the person in the home country do not need to provide this. Now, before I tell you about Spousal Open Work Permit, it is very important and utmost necessary to understand the meaning of it. So Spousal Open Work Permit, these words, look at these words. First thing is, what is spouse? So my definition, your definition and the Canadian law definition of spouse could be different. What is important is what is under Canadian law. The definition of a spouse as per Canadian law is only 3 kinds of relationship are treated as spouse. Number 1, legal marriage. Right? You got married in a court, you got married in Gurdwara, church, mandir, anywhere, in mosque, anywhere you got married, right? So you have the proof, you have the documentary evidence, you got legally married, right? So that's 1. Number 2 situation, common law relationship, and number 3 is conjugal partners. These 3 kind of relationships are treated as spousal relationships. Now, second part of the Spousal Open Work Permit is open. So open means you can work for any employer. So that is the meaning of open. Now, work permit, here also a lot of confusion is there. So I am trying to explain you what is the meaning of work permit. Work permit is what is, it is a written, not oral. It is a written authorization to a foreign national who is not a Canadian citizen, who is not a PR card holder. So it is a written authorization to a foreign national to do what? To do work. To work in Canada, given by whom? Given by a officer, visa officer. So this is the entire meaning of work permit. So basically, spousal open work permit means that you have an authorization to work in Canada in any field based on the status of your spouse. You don't have to do anything. So your requirements are bare minimum, right? So let us now look into what are the various categories who can get SOWP. So there is a lot of confusion. So a lot of people think only spouses of a skilled worker can get something, students can get. So there is a lot of confusion, but look at this from the angle of law. What does law say? So these programs come under what is called as IMP, International Mobility Program. There are various sections like C42, C41, there are various other sections. So here my scope of topic, what I'm trying to explain to you is the SOWP categories. Broadly speaking, 3 categories. So one is students, which comes under IMP C42. Other one is skilled workers, which comes under IMP C41, and the last is other category, which could be your caregivers. I have a video on caregiver, so you can see that. In the caregiver, what happens is you get a work permit. That work permit later on gets converted to your PR. So you get work permit, and then after 2 years gets converted to PR. But your spouse will get a different kind of, it's an open work permit. You get open work permit, which is open but occupation restricted. So that is the difference. So that is also comes under this category, spousal open work permit. So which you get if you are a caregiver, you come to Canada, you get a work permit. So based on your work permit, your spouse will get a work permit, which is spousal open work permit. So other is military personals, foreign representatives. So many representatives which are working in embassies, different embassies are here in Canada for different nations. So those people or foreign nationals who are posted here, so they come here with respect to their job, and their spouses can also work in Canada. They can get spousal open work permit, right? There are many other also categories. So other categories could be, I've just put on miscellaneous, it could be BOWP, bridging open work permit, right? There could be in Canada spouse sponsorship. So those also come in that. So numerous number of categories are there. So my scope of discussion in this video is limited only to student. In next video I will talk about other categories. For this video I'm just talking about the students. So students who are married before they start any course here in Canada, who are married and who will get spousal open work permit for their spouses. So now let us look into the requirements. So the requirements, which are twofold: requirement which is on the student side, who is an international student, and requirement who is the person who is the spouse, who is in the home country, India, Pakistan or anywhere else. So requirement for them. We will talk first about the requirement for the student who is an international student studying here in Canada. So first and the foremost requirement is study permit. He or she should have a valid study permit. Number 2, currently studying at DLI, Designated Learning Institution. Number 3 is eligible under PGWP. So postgraduate work permit, his program should be eligible under PGWP. He should be a full-time student at one of these schools, which could be a public school, post-secondary. So word is important. Post-secondary means after grade 12, after +2. So after grade 12, he could be studying in a college, in a diploma, in a graduation, in a post-graduation, in a university, anywhere he could be studying. But he is studying. It could be a public institute, it could be a private institute. So public institute we are talking here first, then private colleges, then private colleges that can award degrees or diplomas under provincial law. So These are the category, these are the requirement from the student side. Now let us look at the requirements from the applicant side. From the applicant side, the most important thing, sorry, highlighting too much on most, but what can I do? I tell everyone this is important, and this is the main cause of your refusals. You are getting a work permit based on your status of your spouse, right? So you have to prove that relationship, genuinity of that relationship. And if you are not able to prove the genuinity, if the relationship is not genuine, you are not able to prove it, 100% refusal chances are there. So that is one, genuine relationship, admissible to Canada, and must be a law-abiding citizen, should not have any criminal record. How do you prove it? You will prove it by PCC, Police Clearance Certificate. Should not be a danger to Canada, right? And should be in a good health. Medical examination can prove that. Now, not intended to engage. Canada releases a list of employers who are basically ineligible, who are blacklisted. So you are not working for those employers. That's important. So not intended to engage in employment with list of ineligible employers. So not intend to engage in employment with employers who offer erotic dances, erotic massages, all those things. They are not allowed in that. So this is the requirement from a student as well as from the applicant. Now let's look into when can you apply SOWP. Here also a lot of confusion is there. So you can apply SOWP at 3 points. So one, as a student, you can apply 3 different points. You can apply for SOWP. So one, you can apply for SOWP when you are actually filing your study permit together with that. So before even arriving to Canada, so you can file together, right? So let us look into all these 3 situations. Along with your study permit before you come to Canada, apply after you come to Canada when you get enrollment letter. The third situation is when you completed your studies and you got PGWP, postgraduate work permit. You started a job, maybe knock A, B or whatever job, and you started a job and you got 3 pay stubs. So at that time you can file the SOWP also. Since this category is, the person now is no more student, so I will be taking up this category into the skilled worker category. So I will talk about that, this particular part in the skilled worker. So my scope again is limited to the student here. Again, documents needed. So what are the documents required? Documents required are copy of the passport, photos, of course marriage certificate, most important. It should not be in Hindi, Punjabi or any other regional languages in India. It should be in English, and if not, then translation is required. Most important thing, marriage certificate. So applicant spousal documents are required. So a copy of study permit, as we have already mentioned, letter of enrollment, and proof of funds from the person who is in Canada. In addition, family information form, a letter of explanation may be required, and of course proof of shared expenses between you and your partner. In addition, proof of relationship, most important, maybe letters, maybe emails, chats, phone calls, everything are useful. So lastly, photos of you and your spouse together. So one thing I would like to say, each of us is different, right? One case, please, we cannot make one size fits for all. So it depends, our situations are different, our backgrounds are different, our upbringing is different, our courses which we come from here are different. So please make it sure that, okay, he got the work permit, why not I? So you have to see your situation and then file the documents accordingly. Some documents are common, rest are sometimes based upon the case also. So moving further, main reason of refusal. So there could be any damn reason for refusal, but I am here talking about some of the main 3 reasons of refusal. One reason which is very common, and many times people walk into our office carrying that refusal letter. what to do ji, I got refusal letter. So what to do? You should have filed it properly for the first time. But those refusal letters which we see commonly have these kind of reasons. One reason which is very much prominent is officer is not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay, and this is under subsection 200 of the law. Again, the other thing which we have seen many times is that the information of the spouse, which is a full-time student, is not provided, and then that is also a reason for refusal. The third and the most common reason, and I stress again and again on this, that you have not adequately demonstrated that you meet the requirements of spousal open permit under section 205 regulation. This is a regulation, and you don't meet that thing, and because of that the genuinity of the relationship is not proven. So you are not going, I am not going, our file is going. Remember, we have to prove the relationship. You know it is a genuine relationship. I understand it is a genuine relationship, but visa officer needs proof of that genuine relationship. Now, important thing, what is the fee? So fee for our spousal open work permit is $255. That is the government fee. $100 for open work permit and $155 for work permit fee. So total $255. Processing time. Now, processing time, lot of processing times have gone for toss because of those COVID reasons. So usually the time is between 4 to 5 months, but because of COVID, because of your file situation, you know, I see many things, many times say PPR request, PPR request. How will you get PPR request? PPR request will only come if your file is in proper order, if you have submitted the documents in proper order. So PPR request you will receive, and that is between 4 to 5 months. Lastly, how long is your open work permit? Open work permit is as long as the study permit of your spouse. So this is all the information. If you have any doubts, you have any questions, you can put it in comments, reach out to our office. Our email and phone number are mentioned. Our office is in Brampton, so you can get an appointment. If you want to talk to us, come over and we'll try to clarify that also. So once again, if you have not subscribed to the video, please subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you so much.